Okay, so I'm back. I tell you about how the kids talk bad about their mom. This was a message that she sent me when she took him to the store, and he said that he's sick of his mommy. I mean, again, this is all stuff that hurts her, and I understand the pain, but she's the one who causes this. But yet she tries to fight back in wrong ways. I'm gonna play another recording now while this is on the screen. This is another one where she blames me for doing things I did not do, does not understand the difference between them. I talk about my daughter hitting my son, and I mean, right here was one of the examples of where she hit him and how I had been handling it. The very last time, and her claims that I cussed at my daughter, which is an absolute lie. You hear in here who does the cussing and yelling. I still remember that exact day. It's the first time I've ever given my daughter a timeout. The kids were sitting on the bed, and she picked up a toy and hit him over the head with, hit her brother over the head with it. He started crying. I picked her up, and for the first time, I raised my voice and I said, "Baby girl, we don't hit in this house." I carried her down the hallway, and as I'm going down the hallway, I told her we love each other in this house and we don't hit. I set her on her bed and told her that she was getting a timeout and she needs to sit there and think about what she did, and I'll be back in a few minutes to talk about it. As I come down the hallway, her mom walks in the house and asked me what happened. I told her, and I said it's all taken care of. She's just sitting there in timeout, and I'll go talk to her in a few minutes. Again, you listen to that one recording I played. I don't ever do that. That's not how I handle things. I don't handle things. And this is part of why I struggle with disciplining my kids, because then their mom twists it and turns it all around that I'm some demonized person. It's just absolutely horrendous. It's disgusting. So this is a recording here where I tell her, again, I will not hit our kids. She blames me for doing things I did not do again, and she doesn't understand the difference. Again, how do you have a conversation with another adult who is talking like a 2-year-old child and cannot make sense out of things and is lying and twisting and doesn't get it? So here's another one. So there's, every kid, most kids, I shouldn't say every kid, a lot of kids go through that stage where they hit each other, trying to find a way to make it stop. So I'll bring this in up to where mom comes in.
I'm trying to work and you're gone at the neighbors for a couple hours and I'm trying to get work done so we can go and do something, and Laura wakes up and I'm managing her and I'm trying to get my work done. It's frustrating.
And my neighbor asked me for help, so I went to help him. I wasn't over there playing.
And then you come, I didn't yell at anybody. I didn't yell at anybody.
Because when she does something, it's never what it is.
That demonstrates that it's okay to drop animals and throw animals in anger. He threw the piglet yesterday. He threw the cat yesterday. He's watching what you're doing with the animals. So if you are angry and irritated with the animal and you drop the animal, what is he learning?
I wasn't angry. I was just frustrated. I'm trying to make.
I know, but okay. So if you did that and frustrated, anger, frustration is the same. There's no difference, right? Let's be real. There's no difference. They're exactly the same emotion.
Everybody gets frustrated in life. Not everybody gets angry.
That. She's a kitten. You told me to get a kitten. We have a kitten. So it's something else that we have to take care of and deal with and manage and train.
I know that.
Okay, so don't get pissed off.
I wasn't.
You were. Can you just be honest and say you were?
I'm glad you're in my...
No.
Tell me what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what's going on in my head.
You drop the cat and fling the food.
I didn't fling any food.
You only have to demonstrate it.
Again, what food did I fling?
Can you just listen for a minute?
No, because I'm not going to sit here and have words put in my mouth and be told what I did that I didn't do. What
I'm
food?
telling you what I'm seeing.
What food did I fling?
Again, she cannot answer because
What
it
cat
didn't
did I
happen.
throw?
Again.
You dropped the cat in anger. Did you drop the cat because you were angry?
No, I was frustrated
Did
because
you
I'm trying
drop
to make the
cat?
plate, and
Did
she's
you
not going to
drop
place
cat?
off the table.
Did you drop the cat? Did you drop the cat because you were angry?
No, I didn't.
Why can't you say yes? Why is anger such a bad thing?
Because I wasn't angry.
Anger isn't always bad. It's how we respond to it, right?
There's a difference between being frustrated and angry and
No,
saying...
they're the same.
No, they're not.
Same.
No, they're not. Anger is when you act violently.
Frustration
I was
is a
not acting
mask.
violently.
Frustration is a mask for me. It is.
Again, I'm not allowed to talk. Everything I say is wrong.
No, frustration and irritation. Anger is when you get violent.
Dropping the cat with the baby, who we're trying to teach to the kids to be gentle with, that teaches them that it's okay.
I didn't even just stand there and drop her. I bent halfway over. She was only a foot off the floor.
Can you just admit that they're watching, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they're watching you to see how do you interact with the animal.
And I was just trying to be hurried because there was peas rolling across the table, and I trying to get the mess contained before it ended up on the floor. It's totally normal for somebody to bend halfway over and take a cat 6 inches to a foot and just drop it. That's not being mean. It's not ruthless to a cat.
Because you don't have discussions. You attack.
I'm not attacking. I'm saying that I feel.
What's the difference between throwing a cat and dropping it on the floor?
I feel it was wrong
There's
for
a
you.
total difference.
I feel it was wrong for you to drop the cat because I feel that that sends the wrong message to our children who are trying to teach how to take care of
And at
animals.
first it was about her and her mental instability, and now it's about the kids.
There's my open honest.
Well, maybe it's because he's constantly getting hit and dragged around by his arm and getting treated violently himself.
And that's not an attack.
No, it's the truth. Did you not
But-
just hit him? Did you hit him yesterday?
I did smack him on the bottom, yes I did.
So you don't think teaching somebody you're trying not to be violent with violence, that's where... But that was my fault, right? Because you already blamed me for the way he acts.
I see what you're doing. I see that you are twisting this and trying to twist it so that you can bait me, so that you don't have to own any part of any of his raising at all. I see that's what's happening right now, and I'm not going to take the bait because you refuse to discipline.
I'm not
You
allowed to.
refuse to be
I
on
say
the same-
anything and I'm attacked.
You refuse to be on the same page on how we approach discipline with him.
Yes,
So
we don't approach
I
discipline
have
with
to
him by
be
hitting him.
the only person who actually disciplines the child, because otherwise he runs rampant and you let him do whatever the heck he wants until it gets out of control, and then you throw him across the room or you shove him down. I've seen you shove him down.
What, when I
So
hit him with my butt the other day and knocked him down because he was pushing his sister down?
so let's you want to say
I
here,
don't hit him.
is this a productive conversation?
When is it?
What do you think a productive conversation looks like?
Two
Is you
people
attacking me and me attacking you solving anything?
No.
Okay, then what should our productive conversation look like?
I don't know.
That's the problem. That's the problem, right? Can we agree that that's the problem?
What is
We
the
don't
problem?
know what a productive conversation about this looks like. We have a serious problem with communicating about this topic. productive for you to throw javelins at me or me to throw javelins at you. It doesn't fix the issue. It doesn't help each other. It doesn't lovingly support each other. It does none of that, right?
No, it
So
doesn't.
what can we do different here?
Keep blaming me for your actions and continue this nonsense.
What are you willing to do different in our conversation? What should we do different here?
How many times have you already heard me
What
tell
am I
her?
willing to do different? How can we
Stop the abuse and the violence. If
it's not working, it doesn't make sense to keep running in the hamster wheel doing the same things over and over again. But it's not productive to stab each other harmfully.
And you don't realize that's what you do with all your bickering little comments.
You're stabbing me right now.
No.
It's
This
again,
is
it's,
part of how we have a
it's not
productive conversation.
No, it's not. It's not sitting here going, you do this and you do that and you do this and you do that. That's not productive. Then you're just poking at somebody until they're hurt enough.
Well, having a productive conversation usually does hurt. It usually does involve people hearing what they're doing wrong. What needs to change? Because
What's the change then? What are these alternatives? What are the alternatives here?
An alternative should be stop abusing your children and your husband. I mean, you've heard me say it to her how many times, and she don't want to hear it. How much different of a person would I have been without having to been gone through all this, or my children?
What are the alternatives?
I don't know.
No, that's the problem.
You hear me walking away and her following me, and she don't stop. I think that's all there is on that. I'm just going to stop it there.